everyone, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Ellie. Today I've decided to reorganise my bookshelves. I've been thinking about doing it all week, and honestly I do it quite often because I get new books and then I get rid of books, and I thought this time I would just make a quick video of doing it. I will show you the before in a moment, but the plan is I have these shelves behind me. As you can see, I have a tall bookcase, a small bookcase, and then a book cart which has got all the books that I want to read on. But what I'm thinking is I want to have all of my series on a shelf together, and then all of my standalones I want to put together and make them like rainbow because I think that looks really pretty. But I've not decided yet which shelf is going to be for which, so I think I'm going to take all my books down, see how many books I have total as part of series, how many standalones I have, and then work out which way it's going to go. But I thought I would do this because I've been really thinking over the last couple of weeks about my reading and my book buying. I think I'm spending way more money than I should be on books. I have Kindle Unlimited, and honestly I'm not making the most of that subscription, and I'm like going into places like the Works and seeing books that are like £4 or £5 that I think I might enjoy, buying them for the sake of buying them, reading them, thinking they're okay, and then selling them on for maybe £1 at a time, and that's just not great. So I really want to cut down on the amount I'm spending on books, and I also just want to stop buying books that I think I might like. So my plan is I'm going to try and read a lot more on Kindle Unlimited, and then I'm only going to buy a book if I've read it on Kindle and absolutely loved it, and then I might treat myself to like the special edition version of that. Or if I've read the first book in a series which I own and I want to continue that series, I will then buy the rest of that series in the physical copy, as I've already got the first one. So this is a chance to sort through my shelf, see what I have got, and then make a note of any series that I have started, and if there's any more I need to get to complete collections, and also just have a real sort through of the books that I have. If I've had any on my shelves for over a year that I'm just not motivated to read, I'm just gonna put them up for sale on Vinted. I have quite a few books up on Vinted at the moment, and yeah, my room is just overtaken by books. This is a small box bedroom here. I have a bookshelf at Jamie's, but I ended up just bringing all of my books over here so they were in one place. So I'm just going to have a proper sort through of my books, sort through of my shelves. Whenever I do this, I get halfway through and really regret starting it because it always ends up being a bigger job than I imagine. So yeah, I do already have a pile to the side here of books that I have up for sale on Vinted, so I'm going to get them out straight away. And there's some that have been up on my Vinted for quite a while that haven't sold, so there are a few free little libraries around me, so I might make a separate pile of books to donate there because our local charity shop aren't accepting books at the moment as they have too many. Before I start, this is my pile of books that I no longer want. So once I've sorted everything out, these are the ones I'll sort through into the two piles to donate. But this is the before. Hopefully there'll be a few more after. Books are going to stay here because I want this whole series together, and they're not going to fit on these shelves because they're too small, and I've got too many books to fit on one of these in a line. So I think these are going to stay here, but everything else is going to move. For the moment I'm going to leave my Harry Potter shelf as it is. I've got all of my series down and together, and honestly this has really opened my eyes. This is just the series I own, not standalones, and I really do need to cut down. I didn't realise I had quite so many books. So what I'm counting as a series is obviously a series that are together, but also books that go together, if you know what I mean. So I have these by Tessa Bailey. I've read the first one, but I bought this at the start of the week, so I need to get to that one. I've got Kingdom of the Wicked series. I haven't read that. This one I haven't read either. I have read both of those. Haven't started that. I'm on the last of the ACOTAR. I've got one more of that series to read, so I'm definitely not getting rid of any of those. I've read that series, I've started this one, read those, haven't started those. These I'm tempted to get rid of because I've had for quite a while. That one I still need one more to complete the series. I'm also thinking about maybe letting go of my Twisted Tales because I've had them for quite a while, and you can always pick those up in charity shops if I do decide I want to read them at a later date. So they are probably going to go in the might donate or sell pile. Same like with Twilight, like I don't really read them, I just wanted to own them. I probably will end up keeping them. And then I'm having debates about these two series as well. So Divergent, I think I've reread this series, but I don't know if I'm ever gonna reread it again, so I probably should get rid of it. And then this series, I read the first book, I feel like it was 2 years ago now, and I never continued with the series, and I did like the first book, but I just honestly don't know when I'm going to get around to it. So I feel like if I'm being ruthless, I should probably get rid of that series as well, just to make some space. This series was one that I absolutely loved growing up, so I've been collecting the books, but I haven't reread it for a while, so I wanted to get all of the books and then sit and reread the series. Same with this, I love this series as a teenager. There's one more book that I need to collect. And then, yeah, I've read this section on Wattpad, but I haven't read the actual published books, so I'm not getting rid of those yet. I got this series in a charity shop and I need to start it. And again, with these, I was buying them in charity shops because they're by the author of the Vampire Diaries, which I really, really love. But I honestly don't know when I'm ever going to get around to reading them. And then I just have the rest of my series there. Again, these I'm debating whether to put in like the standalone rainbow section or whether to keep them together by author. And then I have special edition of Twin Crowns, which Shannon gave me. So yeah, that's what the series section is looking like right now. But it does mean the rest of my shelves are actually looking quite empty. Actually, I've just realised I've got another series in there. Yeah, the rest of my shelves are looking quite empty. I definitely own more series than standalone. I'm attempting to sort through colours now. So I've got black and pink, kind of whites, off-whites, blue, there's more blue behind that, yellow, dark blues, pinks, purples, reds, a mix of ones that don't fit on the other shelves, and I still got that bottom shelf to sort as well, but we're getting somewhere. Looking at the space I've got, I think I'm going to use this shelf for all of the series, and this is what I'm going to make the rainbow standalone. And then I think the way I'm going to try and do it is all the standalones I've read I'm going to put on there, and all of the ones that I haven't read I'm going to put on the TBR cart and try and make both of those rainbows. This is where I'm at right now with the standalones. I may readjust the order of the books, I just want to get the colours on right. And then I've got like black and white here. So now it's on to the series. I'm done. I now have some gaps, but it looks so much tidier. These shelves have ended up being pretty much the same. There was one at the top, but it fell down the other day when I tried to put some books on it. So I need to stand up and I'll probably put an ornament or something on there to stop those from falling. But yeah, these are still pretty much the same. So I've just got series up here. My Harry Potter shelf hasn't changed at all. I haven't touched this shelf either with my Zodiac Academy and their authors' other books. And then here is the coloured ones. My TBR cart is the rest of the colours which I had, and this is still kind of a TBR cart because like of this top row I've only read Birthday Girl and Poison Roses, so it's still kind of a TBR cart. And then my series shelf, I haven't changed anything up the top there. I now have some space in here. Then this one just looks like this. This is a special edition of Twin Crowns which Shannon gave me. I was hoping to put it in there, but it doesn't quite fit, so I'm just going to have the nice edge showing. So I still have some more books to collect in this series, and I think there's some more in that one too. But I've got my ACOTAR here, I have all my Vampire Diaries ones, and I've managed to just kind of keep all of my series together as such. And then the very bottom there's just like some self-help books and things, so that one's not organised by series or colour. Now to make sure it's fully complete I just need to add on all of my little trinkets and things. In the space I've just put my bookmark holder, and I've got 2 paperweights, added a candle on there. I have way too many candles. I've just put my tabs in this Mystic Grill cup and kept the Vampire Diaries stuff with the books, and then I've got that candle got some Lego on this shelf, so my Lego Cinderella Castle and my Lego Flowers. I have a mug with just some pens and things in, and you guessed it, more candles on there. I'm glad I've done it. My shelves look so much cleaner now. I definitely had more books than what I thought, but I do now have a pile of some to donate and some to put up on Vinted, so that's going to be my next task. I'm glad I've done it. It looks so much better, and I hope it's now going to be easier for me to pick a book to read, because it doesn't look so overwhelming because there aren't so many like double piles on all of my shelves. I can just see what I have and pick out what I want to read. Thank you for watching, and I will see you again next week.